The Anatomy of Melancholy by Robert Burton was first of all published in 1621, and this is the new edition by Black Letter Press, and they have done a fantastic job of presenting this in such a beautiful way. I'm going to open it up for you very shortly. First of all, let me just describe for you what this is. Robert Burton took this as an opportunity to comprise all of the knowledge that he had, which was significant. So he examines melancholy, the phenomenon of melancholy, from the perspective of everything that he knew. So that included psychology, physiology, physiognomy, but also astrology, astronomy, and also theology and demonology, and it's just a cornucopia of 17th century philosophy, right? The Wikipedia page about this, which I strongly recommend that you go and check out, suggests that it contains all of the knowledge that you might have found in a 17th century library. And that's at 1,000 pages, over 1,000 pages. There we go. That's not too far wrong, actually. It's a huge book. You know that Black Letter Press's books are usually these little tiny books that you can kind of fit in your pocket almost. This is definitely not a pocket book. Look how beautiful that spine is. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Really, really nice. The material of the cover is this textured paper, that has held up quite well on many of their previous publications, many of their previous volumes that they've published. It's just such a lovely design, such a beautiful design. So. I'm going to tell you straight away, I have not read all 1,000 pages of this. However, what I have read has been enjoyable. Let me just show you what's going on over here. Black Letter Press have given us a few pages of that 1621 edition so that we can get a feel for what that originally looked like, which is really, really nice. So we've got this frontispiece featuring Democritus the Elder. He actually calls himself Democritus Junior, the actual order, right? So by Democritus Junior. Of course, it's Robert Burton, right? And we can see already some of the concerns that he has. Yeah, some of these planetary sigils. And then there's actually a poem that goes along with this frontispiece, with the description of the various panels of that frontispiece. And then we move on to it's just another introduction page. And excuse me, this invitation to his book to go forth and bring knowledge into the world and so on. And then the abstract on melancholy, and here is just something so beautiful. This again is from that first edition, Democritus Junior to the reader, and then you get the actual transcription just behind it. So they've just given us this little tease, I suppose, but more than a tease, it's a feel of that original edition, which comes through in this new Black Letter Press edition. I think that's really, really nice. As you can see, it's not super easy to read. I presume that will be very inquisitive. It looks like inquifitu. But of course, the U is and the V's are interchangeable, and of course it's that S with the little bar on the back of it, right, to differentiate it from the F, which has the bar going towards the front of it. So inquisitive to know what personate actor this is that so insolently intrudes upon this common theatre, and so on and so forth. Yeah, much easier to read in this lovely transcription. Very. The font is not super huge, but it's certainly not uncomfortable to read. I found it very, very comfortable to read, actually. Very clear, very crisp, which makes all the difference. And it's a beautiful font, so makes it just a joy to read. Yeah, no problem at all there. And then we actually get into the so there's his little introduction there, actually not so little introduction, and then we get into the three actual parts where he goes ahead and describes melancholy, from a physiological perspective, and from spiritual perspective, and so on and so forth. Lots of bloodletting. So a very, very, very lovely book. There are no forewords, no introductions, no indices, no appendices, nothing like that. However, some of the tables are, let me see if I can, oh yeah, here we go. Some of the tables here are in their original form, which is quite nice. They're the synopses of the various parts. There's a synopsis for the first partition and for the third partition as well. Let me see if I'm going to find it. Maybe it doesn't matter too much. You can take my word for it. There we go. So yeah, quite nice to have those original synopses. I'm guessing that's not from the 1621 edition, but nevertheless, the formatting is probably what really happens here. What matters, excuse me. There we are. Yeah, we've got this very nice black ribbon, as with most of the Black Letter Press books. The paper is just really, really nice. not super thick, right? It is, but it feels like really nice quality. There's no pulping or anything like that. It's slightly see-through, as you can see, but certainly not in a way that gets in the way of reading. It's the lines correspond on both sides, so yeah, so it doesn't really appear unless there's a spot where there's no writing, in which case, yeah, you can see it come through a little bit. There we are. Yeah, this is a very, very nice edition of the Anatomy of Melancholy. I think that if you're after a copy and you're in 2022, and probably for the next many years, actually, I would imagine, this is definitely a worthy copy, a worthy edition. Very, very nice. There we go. I hope you enjoyed the short review, certainly a review of the edition rather than of the contents. Nevertheless, hopefully maybe it might have put this on the radar for some of you, and by all means go and check out what the contents actually are, because they're in the public domain naturally, and that's very easy for you to go and check out. there we go. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, of course, and to subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. Take care of yourselves. See you soon with another video. Bye-bye.